March 24th. I'm back at the Rose Bowl. A week ago I was running the LA Marathon, and yeah, so I'm just keeping my training going. I ran 7 miles last night, and I don't know how far I'm going to run today. I'd like to do 2 laps, but I'm just trying to do some recovery runs and keep my training going. I'm at mile 10 on a 13-mile run, 4th of July, 2024. Went to the Rose Bowl, went around the golf course, now I'm headed home. This is parking lot K of the Rose Bowl, and I just wanted to do a little GoPro, video blog. I just ran twice around the loop here. So this is the Rose Bowl, and behind the Rose Bowl is a golf course. So if you go once around the loop, it's about 3.1 miles, which is almost exactly 5K. So if you go around twice, it's 10K. So I ran 10K this morning, and I just wanted to do a video blog. I started to do a video blog last year, thinking I was going to be so clever. And then I had vertigo and I had to cancel my Chicago Marathon and the Dublin Marathon. So here we are a year later, and I am currently training for the Berlin Marathon in late September, also Chicago, also Dublin. So fingers crossed, a little bit more humility this time. But so far I'm doing well. It is 78 degrees out. So it's a hot run, but yeah, I'm feeling good. Anyway, fingers crossed. Okay, more marathon training. It is now August 3rd, Saturday, and I've done, I don't know how many miles. I think I've run 5 miles, but I also walked probably a mile because I am a little wiped out today. It's a little hotter today than it was a week ago. But this is the second time I'm doing this 9-mile loop that goes around Hill Drive, sort of hugs the 134, which you can see right there. It comes around Eagle Rock Boulevard, and then over there, about a half mile, is actually Eagle Rock, the Eagle Rock of Eagle Rock. And then 3 more miles and I'm home. And again, this is where a drinking fountain used to be a few years ago. And then I just walked over here, and oh boy, look at this. If you look over there, you can see a drinking fountain right there. And I walked all the way down there, and it's not working. So, summertime, gonna be 95 degrees. If you want some water, you have to drink it out of the men's room sink. Yep. It is August 10th. This is my 3rd weekend doing this 9-mile loop that takes me to the Eagle Rock Recreation Center. So you probably just watched videos of me being exactly here, except that it was a week ago. And we're back in the spot of the former drinking fountain, and I'm on a little break here. I'm at mile 6, and is that a little, oh, I thought it was a caterpillar. But it's quite nice here. This is a playground, and then we've got bathrooms there. And yeah, so it is also about 78, maybe 80 degrees. I got out a little earlier than I did last week, but still not early enough to beat the rising heat. Yeah, so anyway, it's nice here. So I'm gonna go from here. It winds around, and in about a mile I get to the spot of the Eagle Rock. I may have said this already. I'll edit this out. And then I'm about 3 miles away from home, or 2.5, I guess. I don't know. Truthfully, I do walk. I do take breaks, and there's quite a lot of hills in the route that I just took, and last week I had to walk up those hills, and today I actually ran up them, but I just went very slow. And that's about it. That's the report. Okay, so shouldn't start with that. It is August 24th, and it's Saturday. I have run about 11.5 miles, and I'm 4 miles away from home, and I'm at the Rose Bowl. I changed my route. The last few weekends I've been doing this loop around Eagle Rock, but today I wanted to jog to the Rose Bowl, and there's a loop that goes not just around the Rose Bowl, but actually there's a golf course behind the Rose Bowl, and it goes all the way around the golf course and comes back. It's a 3.1 mile loop. So I ran here and then went under one of the bridges, came back. I've done the loop, and now I'm just taking a little bit of a break. So right here, this is actually the start of the Rose Bowl Half Marathon, which in 5 months will take place on January 19th. I think I've done the Rose Bowl Half Marathon 4 times, 3 or 4, I'm not sure. But it starts here, and then it heads through the bridges, up around Pasadena, comes back, does the loop around the golf course, and then you end by coming down this road here, and you actually go into the Rose Bowl, and you finish inside the Rose Bowl, which is very exciting. But the most important thing about the Rose Bowl, for me anyway, is there's bathrooms. There's bathrooms, there's drinking fountain, and there's a place to wash your hands and dunk your head in water. Yeah, so it is a little bit more than a month, and I'll be in Berlin running the Berlin Marathon. This is a statue to a famous event that took place here. Which you can read about online. I didn't realize it happened here, but so yeah, it's a really nice day. We lucked out. Actually, if you look up in the mountains here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see clouds up on the mountains. And in the wintertime, there's actually snow up there, up above the palm trees. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some water, and then I'm going to head back home. So from here, you can kind of see the hills. Then the first mile and a half out of here is actually going up a hill, which is no fun. But then, once I'm up that hill, the last basically 3 miles is a gentle downhill all the way home, which is great, but I also had to run that to get here. So anyway, that's the video log for training. I'm on one of my favorite pathways here between Eagle Rock and Pasadena. You can see the bridges there. There's a trail down there which I've never actually gone down, but there's a river there, bridge off in the distance, and these are sort of the bridges between Eagle Rock and Pasadena. They're very nice. I wish I knew the names of them, but when we run the Rose Bowl Half Marathon, the last about mile 10 to 11 is on that bridge, and then it hooks up with this road. Actually, it curls around and does a hairpin turn right here, and then goes the path that I'm going right now. What am I at? 11? I'm at 9 miles. It is August 31st. I'm back at the Eagle Rock Recreation Center. I've run for an hour and I think 10 minutes. I've done 7 miles, and today I would like it to be the last of my long training runs. We will see. This time last Saturday I was doing 16 miles, so I've got to do more than 16 miles today. Hopefully 18 miles. If I did 18 miles, that would qualify for my longest training run, and then I taper from here for the next 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks and 6 days. Yeah, I'm just marking this video blog. I got out a little later than I should have. It's not a terribly hot day, but the sun is coming up, and I'm guessing it's going to get into the 80s. So I'm clearly taking a break, and that's it. If you've been watching these video blogs up till now, then you would have seen about a month's worth of video entries from my long runs on Saturdays. Yeah, last week, where did I go last week? Oh, I went to the Rose Bowl. So today, this is crazy, but in my head, I'm planning on going from here, my long Eagle Rock loop, to the Rose Bowl, and then following my normal 7-mile loop. We'll see. But even if I don't do my long run today, I still have 6 days to do the long run and still have 3 weeks to taper. Today is the first day of September, so this is the month of the Berlin Marathon, and I have switched up my route. This Sunday I am currently on my normal 7-mile loop that I've done with Amanda. We started doing it during the pandemic, and so I'm also wearing a new device, which is a water pack, and there's electrolytes in the water. And the only reason I did is because I'm doing 7 miles, and since I walked 17 miles yesterday, I just didn't want to take any chances of being between water fountains if I got into some hydration need. But right here, this is what's called, I think, the helicopter landing pad, and I've run almost 3 miles, and the last 2 miles were pretty much all uphill. I admit I didn't run that whole way. I definitely walked, but here, the helicopter landing pad, you can see how high we are, because if I turn and look, you can see pretty much a huge section of Los Angeles. Massive section of Los Angeles. Over there is the downtown area, and you can see it's a kind of a hazy day, or at least it's hazy at lower altitudes. And that hill right there, that's the hill where Dodger Stadium is located. So Dodger Stadium is where the Los Angeles Marathon starts. I live somewhere over there. So Dodger Stadium, and then when you do the LA Marathon, you go from Dodger Stadium, you wind around downtown LA, you do a big loop, you come around to Silver Lake, Echo Park, then you go down Sunset Boulevard, and you're heading towards Hollywood, which is about there, in the middle there, where there's no buildings. And then you pass Hollywood, you go all the way out, and you head all the way down there to those buildings, go past those buildings, and then you do a turnaround, and then you end somewhere down there, which is called Century City. So yeah, so you can almost see the entire length of the LA Marathon right there. Right, so today I've done all the uphill, the rest is downhill. This should be easy. I am 28 days from the Berlin Marathon, and I feel like I'm in good shape. Oh, I should point this out over here. So that's Griffith Observatory, which on the other side of Griffith Observatory is the Hollywood sign. These hills kind of switch back, loop around. So we're in Griffith Park, and you can actually see the golf course, but we're in Griffith Park, and the Griffith Observatory is of course also in Griffith Park. So this is a huge park just right adjacent to Los Angeles. You can see some of the trails that people are walking up. Down there I see runners.